Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to Stocks by the Numbers. Today, Thursday the 22nd, coming to you live with another back-to-back update here on a company that I felt, in my opinion, was absolutely going to have a slight pullback and then absolutely going to explode back up above this support trend line here that I drew out for you guys not too long ago. Name of the company in question, Super Microcomputer Incorporated, ticker symbol SMCI, listed here on the NASDAQ. Stock right now, $967, $966.79, up 233 points. Look at this thing's popping at a point and a half at a click here, up $235 almost, 32% here on the day, completely exploding off of these Nvidia numbers because now apparently every tech stock is connected to Nvidia and their AI, and we're seeing a massive pop here on SMCI. I literally said that we can come down, and as I saw it here approaching this trend line, I pointed out in the last update video that the RSI was a little high, and I was looking for a pullback maybe to the low 700s we could potentially see, and that is literally exactly what happened. And then the stock absolutely explodes here, 30+% on this Nvidia news that they came out and they beat earnings. So now, as I said originally in my last update, if this is now a high-flying, spotlighted tech stock that was undervalued this entire time, that literally just in the last few months ran from 300 to almost 1100 here, new highs 1077. Basically, what I said was now they're going to have to price this stock accordingly as not only its other tech competitors, but of course as the other AI companies in the space. So if we look at the yearly revenue to market cap comparison of massive mega cap companies like Nvidia, but of course more importantly even a company like AMD, we can say that this company, SMCI, even up here at roughly $1,000 a share, is still technically undervalued in the numbers, which is why I said last time in my video that, in my opinion, given some time, $2,000 on this stock, in my opinion, is a layup. I don't even think it's a doubt in my mind. There is no question in my mind, no doubt in my mind, that we are going to see $2,000+ on SMCI. And again, believe it or not, I actually think that's conservative, but I want to try to stay realistic. So the company actually recently came out, did a $1.5 billion offering of convertible notes due 2029. Now, usually you could say that that is a slight red flag, right? And usually when we see that, the stock takes a hit. However, of course, again, because the Nvidia numbers came out so high and now SMCI is connected to Nvidia, now if Nvidia does something big and starts popping, SMCI is going to have to start popping as well. And I literally said in the Discord, again, Discord link in the description of every video, free for you guys to join. If you want to come in, you're more than welcome. And I literally said, we're going to break this trend line. The RSI is going to come back down to earth. We're going to go drop to the low 700s. And then in my opinion, it's going to pop and retrace and regain this support trend line and get back up there and just go to bigger and better things. And in my opinion, from here, I actually think it stays above this trend line and we could potentially see, I want to say, conservatively 11 to 1200 here just in the short term, just in the next couple of weeks, in my opinion. But overall, for the longer term, I stand by my analysis, I stick by my guns, and I have to say, in my opinion, we are talking about a $2,000 stock. Longer term, of course, in my opinion. But here, looking at stock charts very quickly, I want to show you again, the RSI was absolutely flying to the moon, was essentially up here at 90, and obviously had to come back down to earth. We were high above this top Bollinger Band. We had the big break. Look, it didn't even come down to retest the mid Bollinger Band. It just absolutely exploded and rebounded today. And we can see that the top Bollinger Band, $996.45. The stock hit $985.88. And believe it or not, with markets staying up here on this Nvidia news, because essentially we know that Nvidia is a massive chunk of the value of the market nowadays. Essentially, what I'm seeing here, in my opinion, is that, yeah, the stock could potentially cool down for the next 1-2 days. But overall, in my opinion, I think it's going to continue to break out and continue to hit new highs. And this 996.45 mark, this could potentially be hit by the end of the day, especially in that last power hour with that extra volume coming in. So, in my opinion, even up here at the 950s, 960 levels, I still say it's a buy, just like I did a couple of weeks ago before it had the big sell-off. And of course, if we like it at 800, 900, 1,000, we're going to absolutely love it down here at the low to mid 700s. So, I had a lot of people in the Discord mention that on the dip of that SMCI, they were going to step in, they were going to buy the dip, because they see what I see, and we all feel that moving forward, the stock is going to be worth significantly more. So shout out to all the guys in the Discord who stepped in on that dip down there at the 700s. Congratulations, immediate profit return. But again, more importantly, it is the fact that the company was flying low underneath the radar for so long, and now it's gotten to the point where the revenue is chunking up at such a rate that it can no longer be ignored. And now we're seeing headlines, oh, there's a Wall Street bet stock now. Now they're talking about it on Wall Street bets. Yeah, Johnny come lately, like we always say. Where were you back here? Where were you at 500? Now when the stock explodes and we want to connect it to Nvidia, now all of a sudden it's a Wall Street bet stock and the kids are trading it. But at the end of the day, what we have to do, as you're seeing here in real time, is essentially the Buffett method. You find a good company with solid, stable fundamentals. You try to get in at a fair price or an undervalued price, and all you have to do is sit back and relax. And you see an absolute explosion in value over time. And I'm telling you, you're going to turn around several years from now and you are going to be in a significantly better financial situation because you were working smarter, not harder. Don't worry about the stocks that are trending. Forget about Wall Street bets. They're late to the party. I'm telling you right now. They are late to the party with all this, and I can bet my bottom dollar that they're probably going to start throwing Rolls Royce on Wall Street bets now too, and that's going to be another one in the spotlight over there for them. So don't worry about what these other people are doing. Don't look at stock twits, in my opinion. Don't worry about the trending stocks. Oh, look at this stock popping today, 30%. Don't buy into the emotional investing and trading, in my opinion. Work smarter, not harder. And in my opinion, I thought that this was a very, very easy analysis. And even after it had this initial pop up here to 500, I did the update video at the time, and I said $1,000 conservatively, and the stock immediately beelined to 1077 within about 2.5 weeks. And now you're seeing, yes, on the dip, and then the massive explosion rebound taking place. Let's switch over to the weekly here. The MACD also here. Look at this. The MACD wanted to cross. It wanted to cross, and I think I actually might have said it might pull down, but it might bounce, and it's probably not going to cross. I don't know. Maybe I'm giving myself too much credit. You guys have to go back. You can hold my feet to the fire to see if I said that, but maybe in my mind I said it, but I didn't relay it into the video. I don't know. Look at the RSI on this stock on the weekly. Up here at almost 92.25. Reason being is because people do not even care at this point. What's the bid? What's the ask? What's the spread? All of this has become irrelevant. At the end of the day, in my opinion, about 98% of the people looking at SMCI know it's a buy. They know it's going to continue higher. And again, like I said, now it's supposedly viewed as a player in the tech space connected to Nvidia, feeding off the AI boom. This is why I'm saying, I mean, $1,500, $1,700, $2,000 in my opinion. I still think those are conservative price targets. And you give this baby a couple of months, and I'm telling you, we're going to be looking at bigger and better things. Straight candles upward here out of the tightening of the Bollinger Band. The stock went so high so fast, the bottom Bollinger Band is now off of the chart, which of course means it's somewhere down here and it has to slowly curl and bottom and start to come up with the price of the stock. But again, you can see just over the course of about the last month or two, look at the mid-Bollinger Band down here at 280. Now it's up to almost 400 already. So again, as I said, as these moving averages and these Bollinger Bands, these levels slowly climb over time, what they're essentially doing is they're making, again, in theory, not necessarily guaranteed, but what they're doing is they're essentially making higher lows and higher support levels for your stock moving forward, regardless of what stock it is. Look at the MACD, just flying to the moon, Alice, to the moon. SMCI, absolutely a phenomenal winner here, and that's why I said, man, I like it at 800. I like it at 900. People were asking me in the comments and the Discord, oh, it's dropping now. It's at 830. What do you think? Oh, it's at 760. What do you think? In my opinion, it was buy, 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 buy. It didn't matter where it was. Buy, buy, buy. You want to accumulate a position now because I'm telling you, the word is out. And I'm telling you, in my opinion, $2,000. Now, of course, we could, we could have a pullback back down here to the low 700s. Okay, again, nothing's guaranteed. Doesn't necessarily have to go up and up just because it's having an explosive day today. But I am just letting you know, in my opinion, even if you may potentially, quote unquote, overpay in the moment, over time, I want you to remain confident because in my opinion, this is one of the best kept secrets on Wall Street. And now, again, the news is out. The news is out. And even with the $1.5 billion convertible notes offering here today out to 2029, it doesn't even matter. The stock is seeing a 30% pump, fueling off of Nvidia, fueling off of the rest of the tech sector. And I'm telling you, $1,500 to $2,000, in my opinion, is a layup. Do we have any pivot points? As you see, the top second level resistance here on the daily, $731. The stock's at $958. So we just recently pulled back to that 731 level, as you saw, and then we bounced. So I don't see it really going back there for any reason. Even with the convertible notes offering, again, I mean, we're talking about a $50+ billion market cap, and we're talking about a $1.5 billion offering, right? So that's a drop in the bucket. What's that, like 2.5% or something like that? So that's nothing. That's why what I feel, in my opinion, is I think that they're going to bring it up. We're going to close here above the trend line, and then we could potentially pause tomorrow and pull back and retest the trend line and stay flat maybe for a day or two, and then it's going to bounce off of that and hit new highs up here into the 1100s and probably the 1200s. But again, the market capitalization overall, in my opinion, is still severely undervalued. The PE, again, we could potentially make the argument that it's a little high up here at roughly 57 1/3. But overall, in my opinion, that is a joke. I don't think anyone's really looking at the PE. I think more people are looking at the overall market capitalization and the actual value of the company and the business. That's why I feel like the PE may actually get ignored. And we may have like an Nvidia or like a Tesla or like an Amazon situation where they were on the up and up. And at times they had PEs of like 180, 250. Amazon, I think at one time had a PE of over 600. And I know people were like, what the heck are you people saying? Buy Amazon. This stock is tremendously overvalued. But again, the problem is stocks trade on future growth, future earnings, and future business. And I'm telling you right now, the future for SMCI, in my opinion, looks absolutely stellar. And I'm going to end it there. Once again, this is Stocks by the Numbers. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop it down in the comments section. I'm usually very quick to reply. Discord link in the description of every video. Free for you guys to join. Come on in. But more importantly, moving forward, like I always say, I understand that markets are rocky and they're volatile and they are very uncertain. But I want to wish all of you success. I hope everyone makes a couple of dollars. Thanks for stopping by. And I'm just too damn good, baby.